So you've clicked on this video because you want to find out how to get those perfect, shredded, chiseled abs. And guess what? I myself actually have some pretty good ones, so today I'm going to teach you exactly how you can get them. It's pretty funny how my last name is Shredder and absolutely most shredded abs I've ever seen. So essentially, one of the fastest and most effective ways to get those shredded abs is to lose that body fat.
Boring!
I know you probably expected me to say something far more unique and original, something that you've never heard of before. But then, if you want to have a statue, you need to carve off all of the stone first, right? This is how your fucking body works. For you to get those abs visible, you need to get rid of what's in the way. You need to get rid of all of that body fat that's covering your abs. Simple, right? So how do I get rid of that body fat? This is where the actionable step comes in. What I want you to do right now is, as you're listening or watching this video, go to your bathroom, stand in front of the mirror, and critically look at yourself, because you need to determine whether if you're fat or skinny fat. Because if your abs are not visible, you're not skinny. You're not skinny. If you were like toothpick skinny like me, your abs and ribs would be completely visible, unless you have some muscle, right? So essentially, if you're fat, as disrespectful as it sounds, if you're above average weight and you have a shit ton of body fat, you're just gonna go on a calorie deficit, right? What that means is you're just gonna burn fat, burn calories, eat healthy. You know the basic ways of how to fucking cut, right? You're gonna cut weight. But for skinny fat, it's different. You see, there's a huge debate on whether if you should bulk or cut when you're skinny fat. Personally, my take on this is that you should definitely bulk if you're skinny fat. Wait, but I have a belly. Shouldn't I burn the belly first and then bulk back up? See, this sounds good, but if you were to start cutting right now, I promise you, all you would be left with is a toothpick physique. Because when you're skinny fat, you don't have any muscle to begin with, right? So if you're gonna cut off all of that belly, you're just gonna be stuck with toothpick arms and you're gonna actually make even less strength gains at the gym. So wouldn't it be better to just go on a lean bulk when you're gaining weight, but also reducing the body fat at the same time? Isn't that just better? Like, to me personally, that's like a way better option. But then people are still gonna argue and say that cutting is better. But if you want to take my advice for it, you should totally lean bulk first. So essentially just eat a lot but healthy, right? And you don't shit yourself if you have one dirty snack once in a while. But generally speaking, you want to stick to a consistent, healthy diet where you're still gaining weight, but not like too much over your calorie, like daily intake, right? You want to be around 300, like 500 calories over your daily intake. I actually dropped a whole video on how to clean bulk properly, so you should totally check that out if you're interested. However, there are also many other ways you can do to there are many other things you can do to get your abs more visible, and one of the best things you can do alongside cutting weight is to train your abs. However, there's one very common misconception that I see around people that triggers me so fucking much. And the way people think that they should build their abs, a lot of people think that the best way to do it is to fucking do these like weird funny exercises where you're like twiggling on the floor like a little worm, doing these like different variations of the crunches and the sit-ups. Brother, that's not gonna make your abs any bigger. Now, I'm not shitting on these exercises as a whole, right? They have their place. They're very useful when it comes down to like conditioning and martial arts and all of that type of training. But you want bigger abs. And what are abs? Because if you have any sense of logic, you will know that abs are muscle. And the way you grow muscles is through hypertrophy. You hit the muscle gets damaged, and it grows back stronger. So why not do it with abs, even though it's a muscle like any other? Why do you think that twiggling on your floor like a little fucking worm will make your abs bigger? It's good for resistance, it's good for like cardio and martial arts stuff, but then you want to get bigger abs, not more durable abs. If that's your goal, then sure, do your little, do your crunches and sit-ups and all that shit. But if you want to get like actually big abs, you should do hypertrophy exercises, just like any other fucking muscle, right? And this is like, to me personally, this is like a cherry on top, because if you cut weight right, your abs will be visible anyway. This is like a cherry on top that you should definitely take some time to invest in. But essentially, the way you want to train your abs, as I said for the billionth time, don't twiggle on the floor like a little fucking worm. Train them like any other muscle. Hit them for hypertrophy. So do exercises that actually like physically demand your body. Now, personally, my recommendations are leg raises, full body rotations, and decline weighted sit-ups. Now, these three exercises should definitely do the job, but this is just to name a few, right? There are dozens of exercises you can do to hit your core, but essentially, you want the exercises that involve the upper, the lower, ab, and the obliques, right? Now, all of these are responsible for your core movement. So if you don't want to take the three exercises that I gave you, you should totally do the research. But generally speaking, these three should totally do the job. And just one very important thing worth adding on the side, your actual like ab shape is completely genetic. Some people are born with an 8-pack, some people are born with an 4-pack, some people have very unsymmetrical abs, some people literally have like the perfect 6-pack, aka me. So yeah, while you can definitely control the visibility of your abs, you can't really do much about their shape. It's genetic. You're stuck like this. I can't do much about it, nor can you, so you just have to cope. If you have a shitty ab shape, then I don't fucking know. Should have twisted in your mom's womb differently. Maybe they would have looked different. But yeah, you get the idea. That's pretty much all I had to say for this video, right? There isn't really much else to it, if I'm being honest. Getting abs, it's much simpler than you would think. You literally just have to get lean, train them properly, and that's pretty much it. The shape of the abs is just genetic. You can't do much about it. But yeah, if you want to ask more questions and talk to me directly, you should totally join the Discord. And surprise attack, bitch! I'll see you in the next one.